James was a new engine with a shining coat of red paint.
"You're a special mixed traffic engine,"
the Fat Controller told James.
"That means you can pull either coaches or trucks."
James felt very proud. Today, he was to help Edward pull coaches. You need to be careful with coaches. They don't like getting bumped. A group of boys came over to admire James. "I really am a splendid engine." And he let out a great whoosh of steam, and a shower of water fell on the Fat Controller. James thought he had better leave quickly before he got into trouble, so he pulled away from the platform. "Slow down," puffed Edward. "You're going too fast, you're going too fast," grumbled the coaches. When James reached the next station, he shot past the platform. "The Fat Controller won't be pleased when he hears about this," his driver said. James and Edward set off again and started to climb a hill. "It's ever so steep, it's ever so steep," puffed James. At last they got to the top. James was panting so much that he got hiccups and frightened an old lady who dropped all her parcels. "Oh dear, the Fat Controller will be even crosser now," thought James. The next morning, the Fat Controller spoke to James very sternly.
"If you don't learn to behave better, I shall take away your red coat and paint you blue," he warned. "Now run along and fetch your coaches."
James felt cross. "A splendid red engine like me shouldn't have to fetch his own coaches," he muttered. "I'll show them how to pull coaches," he said to himself, and he set off at top speed. The coaches groaned and protested as they bumped along, but James wouldn't slow down. At last, the coaches had had enough. "We're going to stop! We're going to stop!" they cried, and try as he might, James found himself going slower and slower. The driver halted the train and got out. "There's a leak in the pipe," he said. "You were bumping the coaches hard enough to make a leak in anything." The guard made all the passengers get out of the train. "You, sir, please give me your bootlace," he said to one of them. "No, I shan't," said the passenger. "Well then, we shall just have to stop where we are," said the guard. So the man agreed to give his bootlace to the guard. The guard used the lace to tie a pad of newspapers round the hole to stop the leak. Now, James was able to pull the train again, but he knew he was going to be in real trouble with the Fat Controller this time.